Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Hi, Jason. I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good. I'm back in LA and I wanted to see if you wanted to hang out one of these days. I don't know when you're free, but I do have time to make time.
Yes, of course I want. It was a long time ago. How was your travel?
It was good. It was good. I would love to tell you about it like in person. I don't know if you're free maybe on like Saturday. Was that a good time? A good day in the morning?
Saturday? Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
Absolutely.
perfect.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Okay, perfect. Let's aim for Saturday and I'll see you then.
Okay, welcome. See you then.
Bye. Bye.
Okay, bye.
I've always loved your space. I think every time I see the way you curate and just like it's so eloquent to you, and it's like a sense of like breathing room for me because I'm like, wow, like how do you see a space and just know? It seems to me that you exude confidence doing this, and ever since I met you, you've exuded confidence. Probably even the first time when I rolled up in a wagon at your studio, and you were just like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" And I'm like,
Yeah,
"I'm a photographer." You're like, "I hate
I
photographers,"
really hate
and I'm
photographers.
like, "No, I'm an artist. Not the typical, please."
Yeah, and you did a trick because I'm really sensitive with time because it's a respect for another person. And I told you that this is what we're gonna do if we work together. You show up like you're welcome 8 o'clock tomorrow, and you showed up 5 minutes early,
Always.
which is like showing respect for another person. And that is how our creative collaborations started
Yeah, and our friendship.
and our friendship.
Think you've seen a lot in my life, and I've seen a lot in your life, and I can only say good things of like, the human that you are, and like the amount of, I guess like the amount of respect I have towards you as a creative, as a person, and even in my moments of like really like dark moments, sad moments, I looked to you, including other friends,
Thank
of like,
you.
hey, like something's up with me. And I'm always grateful to have that in you and to like bring that because there was a time where we didn't speak and it was by choice and
It was briefly.
it was brief.
It was briefly, and it was just. Uh, it wasn't a break. It was just a pause where you needed to find yourself,
I did.
and I respected that.
I did.
But yeah, thank you for saying that. I've always felt your respect, and I also felt like I know that you're good in reading people, so I always felt seen and understood,
Yeah.
which is for me something that is really, really valuable in a friendship, to feel seen and understood, respected, of course, but feeling seen and understood, especially as an artist in another country with a dialect,
Yeah.
that is really valuable.
Yeah. Because I guess we're not so different, right? In the grand scheme of things.
No, we
We're
are
all,
not.
we're all humans and we all have our little habits and our mistakes and our things that make us shine.
Yeah, I mean that's what life. That's
It-
called life.
Is it hard to find like people to genuinely like befriend here? Do you feel that LA has its has like a chip on its shoulder since like you're not from here, but you also have been here for a good minute and
Yeah, I've been here 8 years, and I have been in this unit for five years. And in my life, I moved 36 times. I've lived in Hong Kong, as you know. I've lived in Beijing, 2 years, 3 years in Hong Kong, 2 years in Beijing, in Paris, in Copenhagen, Denmark, where I'm educated as an architect, and I'm from Sweden. And I'm born in Philadelphia, hence the citizenship. If I hadn't done all that travel and came directly here, I would be devastated because it's like so hard to find friends. And I started with some friendship, and then I just realized, no, this is not, they don't have the, they actually don't qualify. And then I started it over again, and then I could see, no, this is not really it either. Or I try to be friends with someone and I'm not cool enough, or I'm not rich enough, or I'm not famous enough, and then I don't qualify. And my background is different. I value, I have different values.
So many prerequisites for friendship some people have and need to be filled.
Yes.
Right? And it's like, hey, you don't want to just be friends?
Yeah. However, the creative part of me and the aesthetics and to create is where I always, it's where I always land and where it's always rooted, and that's my habitat.
Yeah.
And I think there's something to say with that. I have moved every second year my entire grown-up life, voluntarily most of the time, except for here in downtown Los Angeles. And I came from Beverly Hills down here.
Yeah.
But as you say, yeah, I have always loved, I picked this unit because of the light. If you don't have light, you don't have room.
Yeah.
And as an architect, that's the number one for me. And I think you know it as a photographer, that light is everything.
Yeah. We shape light and we see the world through different times of light, or artificial or not. We hope that it's not artificial and it's what the sun brings. And your space always has like this beautiful array of like shadows, has these cuts, these shapes, and then you also, the way you furnish it, you add on to it too. Like this tree behind me, oh my goodness, it got so big.
Yeah, I know.
That's testament to how you shape light in the space, and where it's like this one branch is like clinging onto something, but who knows what, because it's like chasing it.
Yeah, it was like, it told the other branches, hey guys, I'm just gonna go out on the balcony, you do you, but I'm off, I'm out, I'm just heading out. And it never stopped. And I think that's pretty cool.
I'm actually gonna zoom back to see it. As an architect, at being in Los Angeles and seeing just, I guess, all the new development, what's your opinion on it? Like just seeing all the new kind of like multi-home style houses, like apartment, like pseudo luxury. What's your opinion on that?
Yeah, so I moved downtown to be part of the real estate development. And then I learned by experience that there's this term called slumlords. We don't have that in Sweden. And I learned that that is not a person, that is actually a business model. And that business model is shaping a lot of this city because it's really powerful. It's developers with multi-million, 300, 400, 500 million portfolios that exploit people. Yeah, they throw crap at people till they're fold and move out, so they can exponentially increase rent and set market value, so people can't really afford to live here. And I'm an architect saying that.
Yeah.
The new developments it's necessary. They have a lack of loveliness value. There's no value for the heart or for the soul. The only value is actually square meters. How many square meters for how many dollars?
Yeah.
But where I come from, you start with developing the community, and the community gives the value to the property.
Yeah.
Because property actually only has as much value as its community.
Wow.
So I feel hope for the new build towers that comes up, because that means that people are investing.
Yeah.
in this city. And since I clearly like the community down here, and it's actually for the creatives.
Yeah.
This community are for the creatives, and I feel like that people are investing, the influx of funds are important.
Yeah.
But what is not really taken care of, I think because of you don't know how to do it, is that they don't bring the heart and soul to the actual project.
Yeah. They're just pumping out buildings, hoping that people would just fill it up.
Yeah, because people have no options. There's no other options.
Yeah.
And where I come from, there's actually something called, we learn it in architecture school, it's loveliness value. And loveliness value means, what is the actual value? Is it the light? Is it that you're on the ocean? Is it that you are close to something green? Or is it actually amenity spaces is something, but what is the actual value? What is that you come in here and you say, wow, I want to stay. Yeah. Wow, this is, I'm going to pay the $3,000 a month for living here.
Yeah.
Or what is it that makes me want to invest in my life here?
Yeah, what is the loveliness to this space?
Here, the loveliness value is, it's a quarter unit. So you have this magical light. Now we have, can I open this one? That we have this light. It also has a balcony where it's not a fire escape, it's an actual balcony. And it's big enough so you can put an entire container, a 20-foot container, but it's still a whole container of furniture.
Yeah.
And since I work with these vintage furniture, everything here is for sale, even if I live in and operate in this studio.
Yeah. Wow.
So I can, it used to be a full, I had furniture from floor to ceiling.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, you remember?
And now you've been selling pieces, piece by piece.
Yeah,
This is finally at the tail end of everything.
Yes, yes, yes. Here is a Swedish 1970s leather launch. You can launch around in this one. Mm-hmm. I really like it. And I like to, this is actually from the 1800, a gypsum sculpture from Denmark. Famous Danish artist that created this before he did the full-scale marble.
Where do you, like, in this space, where do you find your solitude? Like, is it everywhere? Do you find like a spot to just sit, lay your head, and just like really not think of anything, and just kind of, the term right now is rot? Like, where do you rot? Like, where do you find your, just like your peace? Like, is it by the tree, by this huge tree, or by the balcony? Is it even here? Like, is it on like your motorcycle? One thing that you love to do?
I really like to go in the pool on the rooftop. That makes me instantly like, because it's the view of the city, so you have the city skyline. And then, you know, it's the new build and the old, but it's a city skyline.
Yeah.
And then you are like in the pool with the blue water. And I
Yeah.
think that to be in the city on the roof and watching the skyline, I think that's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
And inside here, I change my moment. So sometimes it's actually changing with the sun. Mm-hmm. So in the morning, I really like to sit over there. In midday, I really like to sit, launch around here. And then where we started, it's also, because these chairs, where we started a conversation, are conversation piece. And in Swedish, a conversation piece means that you sit for a very long time and have a conversation. it's not you talk about the furniture. It's not a bragging piece. It's actually a piece for conversation.
It's art.
And I love a good conversation.
Yeah.
So it's where I say, if someone is calling me, if you and I have a conversation, you said, shall we sit here? You wanted to sit at the table, but I directed it over there.
Exactly.
Because you can sit there for hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you, as a resident of downtown for what, half a decade now, or like for 5 years, you said?
Yes, 5 years.
So, the shifts and the changes of downtown, how has that like evolved you as a person, and like your opinions of just like, I guess American customs, like West Coast customs?
Yeah.
Because I know you're a fighter, and I know you've been fighting for many things.
I've been fighting many things,
Yeah.
and as you know, I have been I'm a cancer survivor, as you know, and I also decided to just come to America. Cancer it cleansed my brain. So what happened was that all of a sudden life became very clear. When you get a 50-50 of survival,
Yeah.
it becomes very clear what's important for you and what's not important. And I knew that I wanted to live my life to the absolutely fullest. And that is also a promise I gave to my dad, who you also know he committed suicide. And I have always turned those things into live to my fullest.
Yeah.
So I came here and I moved to downtown, and I was expecting to excel this business, and instead I ran into these slumlords and had to go to court.
Yeah.
And in the beginning I was just crying and felt intimidated and scared until I just realized, no, this is wrong. And then I learned that, okay, it's always the tenant and the landlord, but actually it's just a business transaction. I am the client and they are actually the ones selling. So I am actually the buyer and they are the seller. And then the power is turned around in some way because of how vulnerable you are in your home. The word home means foundation, platform. If you throw that off, people will fall like bowling pins. And I did in the beginning too. But I come from Sweden, and in Sweden, the people bullying you are the one that needs to shift school, not the one that gets bullied. I have never accepted that someone bullied me or any of my friends. So all of a sudden, I started to see the shift in this. And I just realized, no, I am a business developer, and I am actually in this for the real estate development. And what they are doing is slumlord business model. But that is a model that was started in the 90s. So I have learned all this, how the business, real estate business, and also corporate companies works in America. I had really no idea how business actually works in America until this started. So the silver lining is I had to learn real estate development for real.
For real.
And I have been in court, I think, 20 times. And now I represent myself. It's also the digital era took over. So the slumlord era is over. Because we have videos, photographs, it's organized, it's authentically stamped. It says on a picture when it was taken. It's like roaches in my kitchen so much that I had to go to the hospital because I got an electric shock.
Yeah.
And 15 Group is responsible for that.
Yeah.
And it's already organized and
It's filed, organized, submitted, processed,
right?
and seen for
And
the world
seen.
to review and to have an opinion, because no one should be living like that. And also, you're right, it's your home. You are at most vulnerable. This is a space where you lay down and hope that nobody comes in to harm you, you know?
Right.
Like, this is your space.
And I have had 2 break-ins because the front door was open for 3 months.
Wow.
It's downtown. There was like,
The security guard was asleep.
yes.
He was,
and-
I was like, hey, is this the elevator? And he was like, I was like,
yes.
okay.
And there was also a period where they didn't show up. So they stepped off the shift 8 p.m. and came back 6 a.m.
Oh, wow.
So the entire night.
Night shift.
And the door was propped open with a cone. And there was like, So it was all that, but I learned from it. And I learned that politics is actually nothing. What's actually interesting is the real estate world and commercial or corporate companies and how they operate. And that is how I actually learned to know the core of America.
Yeah. It seems to me that it made you even more resilient than you already were.
Yeah.
Like, extremely resilient.
Most people drop off.
Yeah.
I cannot stand injustice. And I just decided that first I was too afraid to do anything, and then I was like too invested in it. And now I have just decided that they are wrong. That's not a decision, that's factual. And I'm just standing up for what's right.
Standing up for yourself.
And and for myself and for everyone else.
Yeah.
And I think that you can, but I think if you have strong opinions of any politics or any left or right doesn't really matter. But if you have a chance to stand up for something that is wrong and it's injustice, then that is what you need to do.
You should fight for it.
You should fight for it.
Yeah.
Bottom line is they are wrong and I'm right.
Yeah. Yeah. And
From that, I have also developed actually what I came here for, and that is a real estate model.
yeah.
A brand new real estate model, proving that you can actually profit without harming other people and citizens.
What a beautiful full circle that you would have to go through this to build that business model. It's as if you had to dig yourself in the hole
Yes.
to see how it feels, to get out of it, and to really truly understand what it means to have a beautiful relationship between property management and person,
Yes. Yes.
and tenant, or just, buyer and seller.
yes. Yes.
Whatever words you put into it, it just has to make sense, and it has to feel beautiful, and it has to feel as if you are not losing anything, or it's like,
I mean, profitability is still the DNA of business is to make money.
yeah,
But you can actually do that without hurting other people. And I believe in building a city and build up people instead of trashing it down. Because it's not just my units or the other 1,000 units that got trashed down. It's also the entire community, the entire historic core that has taken a toll.
yeah, I've seen it. So many businesses are closing, so many restaurants are closing.
There's no one left, even you left.
I even left. I went to Echo Park.
Yeah.
I was sick of this place.
Yes.
Even though I come back every week. I always come back. You never really leave downtown. Which
No.
There's a beauty to it though. Like the downtown that I see with these rose-tinted glasses from time to time is artists and business owners working together with those who work a 9 to 5 and still seem to have a moment to go outside, to go to a lobby, to go to the communal areas and just have a conversation, just have a good time and decompress. Downtown should be a place to decompress and have a swell time, and I still see it. I still see blips of it, but I have my reservations, and it's still a work in progress for me.
It's still a work. I mean, now it's worse than it's ever been, right? And these ownership is a huge part of it, and there's other slumlords since it's a famous business model. But there's still so many. The core of what downtown has given me and what I think it stands for, which is a community, a walkable area with lots of backdrops for conversations and meeting other people. And it's interesting people.
Yeah.
It's
always.
It's not about showing off, but you can always find people that you are impressed by or inspired by, and will help you or push you in to the next level or in the right direction.
Yeah.
And I haven't found that anywhere else in Los Angeles.
Yeah. Business grows really fast here. People grow really fast here.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is so true. That is so true. I guess it's to me, downtown has a spell on people when they find like the right reasons to live here, and like when they find that this is their habitat and this is their space. I still have some of my great friends here. Like I have some pretty awesome people, but me moving out of downtown was a big leap just because I was like, whoa, like I know I'm not gonna talk to these people a lot. So I have to make more of an effort to communicate to them. I have to make more of an effort to be a friend and not just somebody who can always assume that they're always gonna be there. So that's one thing that taught me about leaving downtown, making an effort with my friends, making an effort to stay in contact, just to be there and just to ask like, how are you? And is everything okay? Part of the reason why I'm doing this series, but it's also a multitude of things. Do you plan on being here for another 5 years? Do you plan on kind of like once you start doing this development, like what is holding you here? Do you want to be here?
I want to be here, and I want to be a part of turning this into what it was and what it can become. There's no reason why this is not Fifth Avenue.
Yeah.
But that's of course a big thing to say, right? Yeah. But I do believe that downtown could do what we wanted to do and what it actually did. And I always seen like Los Angeles, some satellites that's floating around looking for a city center. And I think the city center is here. There's no other city center. It's here. It's in downtown. And yes, I would like to, since I'm planning on acquire, like on a large scale, to acquire and stay, which is on a, within reach from here.
Within these parameters.
Yeah, and that is what I'm planning to do. And then, depending on, my successes, I wouldn't hate to have like a summer house or a weekend house or a decompress house, where I also, because since I planning to do a development, that's my retirement plan. That's what I'm going to work on for the rest of my life. Yeah. And nothing excites me so as working on this and thinking of this, but I also know that this would require, I work a lot, and I would work a lot. And I would like, my Swedish friends and family to fly in, and I can, take care of them.
Yeah.
So I would like to be able to have 1 foot in downtown and a weekend house or something like that. And I would probably choose close by Echo Park, Silver Lake on that side, rather than, I'm also quite fond of, Hermosa and Manhattan Beach, but it's such a different vibe.
It is. That it is.
And but yeah, my dream would be to have, the downtown where I don't have to fight with cockroaches and stuff, and a rooftop pool, and I would like to have Silver Lake or Echo Park
As a side hustle.
a side house.
Side house, yeah.
And where also, when the Swedish friends and close, family and close friends visit here, it's very intense for them to be here.
Yeah.
And to be able to offer them
An alternative.
alternative.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you said that this area of like these couches, this is more of like the conversational
Yes.
space, and this is where people would just want to have the conversation but also talk about these pieces, or what is like, because every single couch or like furniture that you have is like stark difference from each other, but there is like, they are from the same region, or there's some of the same style, same time frame.
They are actually not from the same style or time frame, but they have a character. And I like characters, and I love the diversity of Los Angeles. That's one of my favorite parts. Again, coming from Sweden, that is the most homogeneous country and place on the planet, I would say. The completely opposite with the diversity of this is what wraps it up, or is
Within it's the downtown aspect too, like the diversity of downtown with the diversity of your space.
of my space. So, and I feel that is important for me. These pieces are like, my grandparents had copies of these exact furniture. These are for the 50s. This is from the 60s. This is actually an illegal immigrant, to be honest, this table. It's from Denmark, and it has, when you buy it, when you purchase this, you're actually, you purchase it with, you cannot take it abroad. And I did, clearly. Now I might get in problem for this, but it is a Danish table, and Denmark are quite particular with that you can't move some of their pieces out of the country.
Wow. Never knew that.
And now it comes with yeah, you have
a
to sign.
respect thing?
Yeah,
Or-
you have to sign papers and stuff.
Oh, it's legal too.
It's illegal.
Oh,
It's a legal
wow.
thing. So this is literally an illegal immigrant.
Yeah, wow.
And it sits in the center of my living space.
Yeah.
And I think it says something. And
It does.
And I'm not putting any political better or worse or something, but it's kind of,
It's a statement piece.
it's a statement piece. And I just find that type of diversity highly exciting in somehow.
Yeah, that is so true. That is so true. Yeah, like I said, getting to know you for so many years now, I am extremely grateful to like pick your brain and to also just see how you see, to listen to how you see things. and to try to understand your perspective from a fighter's perspective, from a person who has always like stood up for what she wants. I feel like people need to like get to know you, because like you can change a life, like you really can, with the way you operate and the way you communicate and the way you fight for what's right. And there are many things that are wrong, and you're fighting for one of the most important things, and that's like housing rights. I think between architecture and just like this new chapter in your life that seems like it's coming to a close, that
Yeah.
you know that you're really pushing boundaries that I'm not surprised that you're pushing those boundaries, but I'm just like admiring it from the distances that I've been.
And thank you. I think for me, it's also coming to America changed. It started with that I felt that people view me as unique. In Sweden, I stand out as well. Everyone is blonde. I'm not. I can maneuver the Swedish society because I grew up there. But I was always odd, and I always tried to fit in, because in Sweden you fit in. But here in Los Angeles, I feel I'm unique, and I feel more of belonging. And that the difference between fitting in and belonging is everything to me, because fitting in is to walk in two small shoes. Belonging is that you have to be more of yourself to excel. And that is what Los Angeles offers. And running the gallery on Broadway, one of the things that was most fun and that came as a surprise to me was the community. I didn't sell as many sofas in that time because I didn't market enough and I did all that was necessary. But I created a community. And there were so many young girls or women, young women or girls that has approached me and keep approaching me and keep checking in with me, because I was a woman that just decided to live my life the way that I desire. And I find that to be happiness, to be myself and design a life the way that I want and desire. That is success, and that is happiness for me. And for the women in this country, I have learned that that is a quite important role to play, because women do not do that here. Men runs businesses mostly, and I feel that is a more important role that I anticipated first. And also just to stand up for yourself, or dare, or the courage to do something. Everyone was closing down during COVID. I opened up. I knew people were buying furniture because they were home, and there was real estate because everyone closed. So there was a perfect, that is an opportunity, and I just jumped on it when it presented itself.
That you did.
Like a true American.
Yeah.
And it was, the most rewarding part was all the parties we hosted, outdoor with mask of course, but how people loved it.
Yeah. I think I met you at a special time.
Right? It was.
With my stupid red wagon.
Yeah.
That just died. One of the legs just broke, and I was like, no. But I think I have to end it with that. I think that what you just told me is so inspiring, is so beautiful, and it's something that people need to hear. Women should listen to, and just your words resonate with me so much. I think that was such a powerful statement, and I hope this video, just goes to the masses, and it sparks somebody. It gives someone courage, because you're in the embodiment of courage, and I am grateful to be your friend.
Likewise, Jason. Thank you so much for coming by.
Yes, thank you.